costume, kids costumes, costumes for kids, kid costumes, kids costume, kids Batman costume, costume, pirate costumes, sexy pirate costumes, kids pirate costume ideas, pirate Halloween costumes, toddler pirate costume, female pirate costume, pirates costumes, boys pirate costume, pirate twinge costume, dog costumes, dog Halloween costumes, costumes for dogs, dog costume, Halloween dog costumes, dog Halloween costume, adult Halloween costumes, adult Halloween costume, Halloween costumes, adults Halloween costumes, adult Halloween adult costumes, costumes for women, women's Halloween costumes, women Halloween costumes, women's costumes, women's Halloween costume, women's pirate costume, Halloween costumes, women costumes, sexy women's costumes, nurse costumes, sexy nurse costumes, zombie nurse costumes, sexy nurse costumes, nurse Halloween costumes, angel costumes, sexy angel costumes, fallen angel costume, angel Halloween costumes, girls Halloween costumes, schoolgirl costume, saloon girl costume, hit girl costume, girls costumes. Girls pirate costume, girl costumes, schoolgirl costumes, costumes for girls, girl Halloween costumes, flapper girl costume, cave girl costume, cigarette girl costume, girl pirate costume, Powerpuff Girls costumes, Spice Girls costumes, saloon girl costumes, Batgirl costume, girl Halloween costume, kids Halloween costumes, kids kid Halloween costumes, kids Halloween costume, Halloween kids costumes, sailor costumes, sexy sailor costume, Sailor Moon costumes, sexy sailor costumes, sailor Halloween costumes, Sailor Moon costumes, adult costumes, sexy adult costumes, costumes for adults, adult Tinkerbell costume, adult mermaid costume, vampire costumes, sexy vampire costume, vampire Halloween costumes, Halloween costumes, costume shop costume, hire costume, Halloween costume, cheerleader costume shops costumes for sale, cosplay costumes, toddler Halloween costumes, Buzz Lightyear costume, plus size costumes, Wonder Woman costume, Catwoman costume, medieval costumes, Tinkerbell costume, scary Halloween costumes, costume wigs, funny Halloween costumes, Mad Hatter costumes, Halloween costumes, flapper costume, burlesque costumes, mascot costumes, Mad Hatter costumes, Australia Halloween costumes, Canada elf costume, Renaissance costumes, Halloween costumes, UK teen Halloween costumes, Batman costume, children's Halloween costumes, ninja costume, discount Halloween costumes, Christmas costumes, costumes.com, Halloween costumes, Spider-Man costume, Mardi Gras costumes, homemade Halloween costumes, Darth Vader costume, toddler costumes, unique Halloween costumes, avatar costume, clown costumes, strawberry shortcake costume, Oompa Loompa costume, mermaid costume, Greek goddess costume, 80s costumes, Leg Avenue costumes, Grease costumes, pet costumes, costume discounters costume, stores, Top Gun costume, 70s costumes, Pocahontas costume, Scooby-Doo costumes, Snorky costume, scary costumes, Moulin Rouge costumes, anime costumes, Harley Quinn costume, Batgirl costume, toga costumes, Peter Pan costume, Victorian costumes, teen costumes, Green Lantern costume, Flappy costumes, Batman costumes, discount costumes, Dorothy costume, elf costumes, children's costumes, cowgirl costumes, Marie Antoinette costume, ABBA costumes, masquerade costumes, hippie costumes, Jack Sparrow costumes, online funny costumes, animal costumes, Mario costume, Superman costume, group Halloween costumes, French maid costumes, infant costumes, costumes for Halloween, gangster costumes, Santa costume, Joker costume, Egyptian costume, Snorky Halloween costume, disco costumes, Boba Fett costume, Indiana Jones costume, Cookie Monster costume, astronaut costumes, Canada Captain America costume, Ladybug costume, clearance Halloween costumes, Michael Jackson costume, crayon costume, gorilla costume, Hermione Granger costume, Freddy Krueger costume, boys Halloween costumes, skeleton costume, witch costumes, Elmo costume, gypsy costume, Yoshi costume, contact lenses, Jessica Rabbit costume, corpse bride costume, Lara Croft costume, zombie costume, sock monkey costume, night costume, Woody costume, Willy Wonka costume, cowgirl costume, Monster High costumes, cupcake costume, Halloween costumes, island nativity costumes, lyrical dance costumes, Halloween avatar costumes, bumblebee costume, peacock costume, Ghostbusters costume, Rocky Horror costumes, mermaid costumes, bed Halloween costumes, store nun costume, geisha costume, Beetlejuice costume, Kick-Ass costume, movie costumes, Supergirl costumes, Wolverine costume, mummy costume, Jessie costume, Sleeping Beauty costume, Marmy costumes, ninja costumes, Bollywood costumes, Grinch costume, Kingdom costumes, UK Belle costume, Smurf costume, circus costumes, Jasmine costume, Octopus costumes, Mary Poppins costume, cool Halloween costumes, zombie costumes, Chewbacca costume, cute Halloween costumes, Tinkerbell costumes, party costumes, Ruby's costumes, dinosaur costume, Greek costumes, werewolf costume. costumes. De-dressing up costumes, Pokemon costumes, Kiss costumes, The Costume Shop, wholesale costumes, Halloween costumes, Jester costume, 1920s costumes, pumpkin costume, Assassin's Creed costume, She-Ra costume, Lion costume, Halloween costumes.com, pin-up costumes, Peter Pan costumes, cheerleading costumes, Judah costumes, French maid costumes, Spider-Man costumes, Captain Hook costume, costume rentals, banana costume, Zorro costume, Robin costume, lingerie costumes, Roman costumes, butterfly costume, gladiator costume, Hawaiian costumes, Austin Powers costume, twin Halloween costumes, Katy Perry costume, scary clown costumes, cosplay costume, Barbie costume, Big Bird costume, dress up costumes, clown costume, leprechaun costume, Little Mermaid costume, Raggedy Ann costume, butterfly costumes, Yoda costume, Grim Reaper costume, penguin costume, gypsy costumes, cowboy costume, Bowser costume, Mexican costume, Spartan costume, group costumes, werewolf costumes, Power Rangers costumes, Halloween costumes, 2010 best Halloween costumes. Luigi costume, costume accessories, Frankenstein costume, Wilma Flintstone costume, Chicken costume, Tron costume, costume rental, Bee costume, Halloween costume stores, Wonder Woman costumes, Darth Maul costume, cow costume, alien costume, sheep costume, Aladdin costume, Roman soldier costume, book character costumes, Twilight costumes, Morticia Adams costume, Pac-Man costume, Fireman costume, Carnival costumes, Scooby-Doo costume, inflatable costumes, Han Solo costume, Robin Hood costume, military costumes, costume patterns, cheerleader costumes, original Halloween costumes, Lederhosen costume, Jersey Shore costumes, creative Halloween costumes, wholesale costume, Club Purim costumes, showgirl costumes, Chucky costume, dragon costume, Pikachu costume, SpongeBob costume, 50s costumes, costumes for less costumes, Island Shrek costume, boys costumes, M&M costume, Robin Hood costumes, alien costumes, poodle skirt costume, Prince Charming costume, toga costume, steampunk costume, maternity costumes, easy Halloween costumes, monkey costume, snowman costume, Iron Man costume, costume hats, Deadpool costume, superhero costumes, Catwoman costumes, Ghostbuster costume, celebrity costumes, witch costume, Halloween costumes, Australia Madonna costume, Santa costumes, female Halloween costumes, Mortal Kombat costumes, children Halloween costumes, cave woman costume, bat costume, Michael Jackson costumes, wolf costume.